Hello friends, last week we have learned ICD-10 PCS secrets every medical coder should know part 1. As I have promised last week, this week we are going to learn part 2. If you are having any doubts in part 1, please mention in the comment section of this video. As all of you know, if you want to understand part 2, part 1 is the basics. So if you are having any confusion, please mention in the comment section of this video. In first video or part 1, we have learned until root operation, body part, approach and device. So today we starts with root operation, which is the most important concept in ICD-10 PCS. If you know the appropriate selection of root operation, you can code PCS 90% accurately. So in our 7 characters of ICD-10 PCS code, third character is the root operation. So what is root operation? Root operation defines the intent of the procedure or what the physician or healthcare provider is trying to achieve through the intervention. So basically using the root operation, we are going to know what physician wants to achieve during the surgery or procedure or intervention. So both are same. In ICD-10 PCS, we are having 31 root operations, which are again divided into 9 groups based on similarities between the intent of the intervention. So now we will learn root operation guidelines. So if we check in the ICD-10 PCS guidelines, B3.3.C, multiple root operations with distinct objectives are performed on the same body part. So here in this scenario, physician is performing multiple root operation on the same body part in order to achieve different objectives. So for example, if the physician perform dissection of sigmoid lesion and bypass of sigmoid colon are coded separately. So if we check this example scenario, physician is performing dissection and sigmoid colon bypass at the sigmoid colon itself, means same anatomical area. But the intent of dissection is to eradicate the lesion. Bypass of sigmoid colon is to resect the sigmoid colon. So in this example, single anatomical area, which is the sigmoid colon, two root operations like dissection and bypass. The intent of the dissection is eradication of the sigmoid lesion. The intent of bypass of sigmoid colon is resection of the sigmoid colon. Next, we are having B3.3.D. So the intended root operation is attempted using one approach, but is converted to different approach. Here we are having one simple example. Laparoscopic cholecystectomy converted to an open cholecystectomy is coded as endoscopic infection and open resection. So here we are coding endoscopic infection for laparoscopic approach. Okay, and we are coding open resection for open cholecystectomy. So in this scenario, physician wants to perform cholecystectomy using laparoscopic approach, but physician is converted into open cholecystectomy. So here we need to code two codes. So endoscopic inspection as well as open resection. Next, B3.4. If the intended procedure is discontinued, code the procedure to the root operation performed. If a procedure is discontinued before any other root operation is performed, code the root operation inspection of the body part or anatomical region inspected. So we are having one example here. Ureteroscopy with unsuccessful extirpation of ureteral stone is coded to inspection of the ureter. So basically here physician wants to use the ureteroscopy and wants to perform extirpation of ureteral stone. But the process of extirpation is unsuccessful. So here we need to code inspection of ureter. Why means physician has not performed the extirpation. So we need to code inspection of ureter. Next we are having B3.5. Bypass procedures are coded according to the direction of flow of the contents of a tubular body part. The body part value identifies the origin of the bypass and the qualifier identifies the destination of the bypass. So whenever you want to code bypass, we need to understand two things: origin of the bypass and destination of the bypass. So here also we are having one example: bypass from stomach to jejunum. So stomach is the origin, starting point basically. Body part and jejunum is the qualifier, which is the destination. So in this scenario, patient wants to perform bypass from stomach to jejunum. So stomach is the origin, jejunum is the destination. Next one is B3.6. If multiple coronary artery sites are bypassed, a separate procedure is coded for each coronary artery site that uses a different device and or qualifier. So basically, whenever you want to code coronary artery bypass, we need to code based on each coronary artery site. So here we are having one example: aortocoronary artery bypass and internal mammary coronary artery bypass are coded separately. Okay. So basically here aortocoronary artery bypass is different, internal mammary coronary artery bypass graft is different. Next one, B3.7. If an attempt to stop post-procedural bleeding is unsuccessful and requires performing bypass, detachment, excision, extraction, reposition, replacement or resections to stop the bleeding, then that root operation is coded instead of control. So here the thing is, if the patient wants to perform or control the post-procedural bleeding, we need to code based on the root operation we need to use. So for example, the patient performs excision in order to stop the bleeding, we need to take the root operation as excision. Here we can't take root operation as the control. So we are having an example: resection of spleen to stop post-procedural bleeding is coded to resection instead of control. Okay. So the main purpose of resection of spleen is to control the post-procedural bleeding. Okay. So here we need to code resection, not control, as the root operation based on ICD-10 PCS guidelines. Next we are having B3.8. If a diagnostic excision is followed by therapeutic excision at the same procedure site or by resection of the body part during the same operative episode, code only the therapeutic excision or resection. So it is common for both CPT as well as the ICD-10 PCS. If the patient performs same procedure like biopsy and excision, we need to code only therapeutic excision. So or we will not code biopsy. So we are having an example here: biopsy of breast followed by partial mastectomy at the same procedure site. So here we will code only mastectomy, we will not code biopsy. But if the patient perform biopsy in one location and mastectomy in another location, we can code both. Next one is B3.9. Inspection of a body part integral to the performance of the procedure is not coded separately. So we are having an example here: fiber optic bronchoscopy with irrigation of bronchus, only the irrigation procedure is coded here. So thank you friends. If anyone looking for APC's local chapter webinar links for free CUs, medical coding jobs in India, USA or UAE, please join in our WhatsApp group link. Group link is the description of this video. And also recently we have started one Telugu YouTube channel for medical coding, which is Supercoder 21. Please subscribe and encourage me to provide more valuable sessions in Telugu also. And also if anyone looking for same day surgery coding training, please send WhatsApp message to 707-526-3939. So thanks for visiting my channel. If you like this session, please click on like button. So if you are having still confusion, please mention in the comment section. If you are visiting for the first time, please click on subscribe button. If any one of your friends trying to learn ICD-10 PCS, please share our Postcoder 21 YouTube channel link.